This is our master bathroom. And this is how we currently open the drawers. I think it's time to do something about it. Hey, click the subscribe button. Thanks. So it's time to finish the bathroom. So it's been about 6 months since we moved into our house. We bought this house about maybe a year and a half ago, and it took about a year to pretty much renovate things and get it to where it is right now, because most of the work was done by myself. About 6 months ago, we began to move into the house, and during that time, I mainly focused on getting all the shop tools into the garage so that we can finally finish whatever we need to do for the remaining parts of the house. About almost 5 months ago, we had our first son, and you know how that goes. Everything else gets placed in the back burner and your entire focus is on raising a child. So the home renovations have been on hold so far. Everything has been pretty much functional, but there are a few things, especially in this bathroom, that needs to get done, and it's time to get it done because my wife is out for my head right now. She's been very patient with me in terms of getting the house done, so now it's time for her to collect. So in this series, we're going to focus on getting the master bathroom fully finished. That includes doing all the hardware for the drawers, getting the lights installed, painting this door back there to the closet, putting in a shelf for this custom built cabinet, and then the bottom is our, our hamper. So I need to make a cover and a drawer slide for that so we can conceal the hamper behind the cover. And then also I have to put in some hooks for our towels. And also we'll be making a sliding barn door to close out the opening between the bedroom and the master bathroom. So when I made the vanity, I use pretty much plywood for the carcass, and then I use white oak veneer plywood for the faces. The overall theme for our restroom is a lot of white walls with accents of black and natural wood. So with that being said, the hardware that I use for the drawer pulls will be black pull tabs, and I'll go ahead and install them on the top of the drawers. When I made the cuts for the white oak veneer plywood, I wanted to make sure that the grain was continuous throughout the faces. I'll need to properly label each panel to make sure that when I go to reassemble the fronts, it's in the correct location and all the grain will still be continuous. I installed the drawer fronts using wood screws. I simply screwed them through the back of the drawers, and I made sure that the screws were the appropriate length so that it didn't go through the front of the drawers. I'll label the back of each panel so that later when I go to reinstall it, I know exactly where it needs to be. Using the center scale, I was able to quickly find the center of the drawer fronts. And from there, since my pull tabs are 6 inches, I measured 3 inches to the left and 3 inches to the right. And that will give me the exact location for the pull tab. Once I have the edges of the pull tabs located, I can go ahead and pre-drill the holes and then install the screws. I repeated the process for all 6 drawer fronts. One thing that you have to keep in mind is if your pull tabs are thicker, then you'll have to create a recessed groove on the back side of your drawer fronts. Mine were pretty thin, so it didn't really affect how flush the fronts were when it's fully closed. If they were thicker, the top 2 drawers wouldn't close all the way because the hardware would hit up against the back wood support that you can see here. So keep that in mind when you're building your carcass and also when you're selecting your hardware. Reinstalling the drawer fronts were pretty simple because I had everything labeled in the back and I knew exactly where each panel needed to be. For the doors, I need to create a recess for the pools because I'm installing it where the two doors come together. Without this recess, the tabs will bump into each other and the doors won't close all the way. To figure out how deep of a recess that I needed to make, I just used the thickness of the material and aligned the top of the table saw blade to that edge, which will make the pull tabs flush with the edge of the doors. Since this recess is pretty shallow, I simply ran the edge over the top of the blade to create the entire cut. And as you can see, it's nice and flush. And like the drawer fronts, I simply pre-drilled the holes and then installed wood screws. I'm using soft close concealed hinges so they simply latch back onto their mating end. And this is what I call perfection. Now that the pull tabs are installed, I can go ahead and start making the shelves for this small little cubby. I'm going to use solid white oak and the dimensions are 18.5 wide by 14 inches deep. I didn't have a wide board, so scrap project. I went ahead and just used scrap pieces that I had, cut them to length, and then I'll glue them together to make a wider panel. Some of these pieces were pretty twisted, so I went ahead and glued them up into 6 to 7 inch wide boards before milling them flat. That way I can save as much stock as possible. I'm using Titebond 3 to glue the boards together. You can use really any wood glue, but I had Titebond 3 laying around, so that's what I'll use. I love these bar clamps from Rockler. They keep the wood pieces flat as you're gluing them because sometimes the wood can shift, but these were perfectly aligned and I didn't have to do much milling or sanding afterwards. You want to make sure that there's a nice bead of glue squeeze out to ensure that you're using enough glue. Once the panels were dry, I sanded up to 120, making sure that I remove all of the glue residue. And then using my crosscut sled, I'll cut the boards to the appropriate width, in this case 18.5 inches. I'll set my fence to 14 inches, which is how deep I want my shelves. check to make sure all my corners are squared. For the cabinets, I used Varathane's triple thick polyurethane in a matte finish. So I'm going to use the exact same thing for these shelves. Since I made these shelves after the fact, I want to make sure that the finish would look pretty much the same. Once I got the first coat on, I simply waited, play with my tape, play with the square, wait some more, and then apply the second coat. You really only need one coat for this finish. It's amazing and it's very smooth. But since I applied 2 coats for the built-in, I'm going to do the exact same thing here so I can achieve the same result. I'm just sanding it down with 400 grit and then I'll apply the second coat. I'm using gold pins to support the shelves. They blend in really nicely with the wood and you don't really see it. And then we have a perfect fit. Oh yeah. What there's still left to do for this area are the drawers and the drawer front for the hamper right down below. So we'll take care of that in the next video. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing and also hit that like button. Thanks.